Managing Director of Lala Move, Miss Dannah Majarocon. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us here.
Okay. So, it's very exciting. Our topic for this afternoon is about disruption. So, let me ask immediately, how are you contributing to the disruption of technology and the logistics industry in general?
I guess I'll start with the logistics industry first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone needs deliveries done, whether it's for your business, whether it's for your personal use. I want to send you a gift later. You know, things like everyone needs something delivered. Now,
Correct.
how Lala Move enters into the picture is we promote fast and simple deliveries. So what we want to do is to make everyone's make deliveries convenient and simple for people in such a way that utilizes our app, our highly flexible app, and our very wide network of drivers to be able to connect any type of user to a driver anytime, any day.
So, when you say it's an app, so how would they be able to get into the app? So that is how you basically disrupt it. So everything is on the mobile phone or on your PC. So how will customers or businesses tap into this application?
Well, you know, we're in the digital age right now. Almost everyone in the Philippines has a smartphone.
Correct.
So all they have to do...
And the smartphones are even, in terms of number, it's even bigger than the total population.
Because
Okay.
any single person here in the Philippines can have at least 2 phones.
Exactly, yes.
So, you know, anyone can download the app.
Okay.
All they have to do is go on the App Store, the Google Play Store, download Lala Move, sign up, and they can get their deliveries done anytime. Now, if let's say you wanna be a partner driver, on the other hand, all they have to do is download the Lala Move driver app, upload all the requirements, attend their orientation, pass the exam, and then they can start earning.
Wow.
So it's a very simple process. Like I said earlier, right? Our goal is to make deliveries fast and simple from both.
Sabi nila,
both
kailangan kalimutan
client
ang nakaraan
types that we have. So
para
one
makapagbagong
side of
buhay.
the client would be the users, whether you are a consumer or you are a business user, and the other side,
Dapat
of course,
bitawan
we
ang
also
nakalipas
treat as
para
very
salubungin ang
important
bawat
clients
bukas.
to be our partner drivers, because these are the people that that do the deliveries.
Pero dapat nga bang
and
pabayaan na lang ang mga pinagsamahan?
So what we do is we mediate in the middle and make sure that we uphold a certain set of standards so that users can get their deliveries done fast.
O mahalagang
That's very
ituring ito na
interesting.
parte na ng buhay?
It's not necessarily providing service to the customers, but also it provides a lot of
Hindi kailangang
opportunities
bitawan.
by using, drivers.
Kinukumpleto
What
ka.
is it to provide to your partner drivers?
Well, for our partner drivers, we provide a means for them to earn more or make a living. Right? So I mentioned earlier that the app is highly flexible. So you can either go into Lala Move as a part-timer. Say you have a full-time job, and you just want to ensure that you have extra income, right? You do a 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, and then afterwards you want to earn a little bit more. You can earn before going to work and then after going to work. Either way, you're gonna be on the road anyway because you have to get to and from work, right? So that's what.
Kasama mo ang Lala Move sa pagpapahalaga sa mga bagay na mahalaga sa iyo. Sa paghatid ng ngiti sa mga taong bumubuo sa iyo. At sa pagpapaalala sa iyo ng mga nagdaang samahan na mahalaga pa rin sa kasalukuyan. Hindi kailangang kalimutan. Lala Move. We move things that matter.
Wow, interesting. We're actually showing some of your video there, but let me go back to how it started. Of course, a lot of people know Lala Move now, but it might be interesting to know, how did you start here in the Philippines?
Well, Lala Move is actually an international company. We started in Hong Kong way back in 2013. So we actually just celebrated our 5th anniversary last month.
Okay.
On the other hand, here in the Philippines, we started in November 2016. So in the Philippines, we are about to celebrate our 2nd anniversary. So it's a very, very exciting time for us right now because we started in Manila, and 2 years later, or less than 2 years later, we're now in Cebu. So, the very, very fast growth, how the market has actually taken to Lalamove. I've actually heard a lot of people use Lalamove as a substitute for the word delivery, right? I'm gonna Lalamove it to you later
Okay,
na lang. And
okay.
that's very
Or
fulfilling for
in
us.
Filipino, they say, ilalamove mo.
Lalamove mo na lang.
Okay,
Exactly. Yes.
So you mentioned that the good thing is that it's now you're growing, and from Manila you went to Cebu. What's the plan? Do you foresee Lalamove to be launched in the major cities in the Philippines?
Definitely. So, we are an intercity delivery app. That is
Okay.
our specialty. So, that means that for us to be able to do fast deliveries, we stay within, right? So, for you to be able to get something delivered in 30 minutes, you'd have to be in a similar area, right? So,
Correct.
our plan right now is to grow our Cebu market and then eventually move into other markets as well. In the future, we do plan on doing intercity deliveries. There's so many opportunities. Like I said earlier, everyone needs deliveries done. Whether it's for first mile, it's for last mile. I just forgot my charger. I want to move something from Manila
Correct.
to Pampanga. The opportunities, honestly, are endless for us. So we're just getting started, and we're sure that there's so much more we can do.
Wow, that's very interesting. Now, there are definitely a lot of competition. So, my question, Dan, is what's your unique selling proposition? What's your competitive edge with all the mobile apps and delivery companies who are offering the same service?
I guess we'll start with the technology itself first,
Okay.
right? We start with the app that is highly flexible. So our app is not just for consumers. If you want to deliver something point to point, you can definitely do that. But if you are a business owner, whether you're an SME or a huge conglomerate, Lalamove is something that you can use because we have mobile apps, we have web apps, we have API products that can integrate into your system for you to be able to manage all of your deliveries. We have delivery processes that start from single point or point to point, or you can also do deliveries up to 12 stops. What that means is, for example, it's your birthday, and you want to send out invitations.
Sabi nila,
right? You can
kailangan
easily
kalimutan
get a
ang nakaraan
motorcycle
para makapagbagong
and
buhay.
then ask him to bring a ton of envelopes or a ton of
Okay.
invitations, and then he can just go through each
Dapat
of the stops
bitawan
that
ang
you
nakalipas
indicate
para
in the app.
salubungin ang bawat
So what that
bukas.
means for you is all you have to do is port over all the addresses in the app, and the driver will just follow that. It's very
Pero
fast,
dapat
it's
nga bang
very
pabayaan na lang ang mga
flexible.
pinagsamahan?
Exactly. Now, if you, let's say, have a supply sugar or rice, right? So those are for the bigger businesses.
Yes.
You have a warehouse all the way in Santa Ana.
O mahalagang
You can
ituring
deliver
ito
it
na
to all
parte
of
na
these,
ng buhay.
grocery stores, right? So what you will do is have the truck drivers haul maybe 1,500 to 2,000 kilos of
Hindi
rice,
kailangang
multiple
bitawan.
sets. And what they'll have to do is go into grocery
Kinukumpleto
store A,
ka.
grocery store B, maybe mall A, mall B, and they can do that within the day, right?
Wow. Okay. So with that strategy, what specific feedback are you getting from the customers? You said that it can deliver to multi-points at specific times, and that's still within the range
Yeah.
based on the app. So is there some sort of payback guarantee or anything that if it's not delivered?
Kasama mo ang Lalamove sa pagpapahalaga sa mga bagay na mahalaga sa iyo.
Is that part
Sa paghatid ng ngiti sa mga taong bumubuo sa iyo.
Having an online
At sa pagpapaalala sa iyo ng mga nagdaang samahan na mahalaga pa rin sa kasalukuyan. Hindi kailangan kalimutan.
so all our
Lalamove.
which means
We move
that
things that matter.
all of our deliveries are guaranteed to be done. And we are able to do that because of the highly flexible app. And another advantage that we have is a very wide network of drivers. So since they do deliveries immediately, that means that the possibility of any losses, any mix-ups in the warehouse, is not something that we have to deal with because we pick it up and then we drop it off. It's very straightforward. So
wow.
what are the chances of something being lost in between when
Yes.
you just go from one point to the other, right? What are the chances of mixing up goods when you're only handling goods for one client, Very,
Okay.
very minimal room for error for us, which is why a lot of businesses appreciate the service that we provide.
Wow. So moving on to this next question. So I'm very interested with the many users of Lala Move. So there's a lot of target markets. You mentioned this could be individuals who have birthdays. This could be businesses. Can you define who Lala Move is serving in the market?
Well, Lala Move was really built for businesses, right? So the way we make decisions, the way we build our app is always to ensure that we provide a solution for the businesses out there. Whether you're an MSME or an SME or you're a full-fledged corporation, the app is very, very flexible. But of course, given that it is online and it is available at any given point, even consumers can use it.
Oh, I see. So, what we can do now in terms of providing that service to both businesses and individuals when they go into this, you said there is some sort of matching.
Yes.
Especially it's local based to make sure that they are delivering it on time and anywhere. Is there a specific algorithm or any specific special software that ensures this
Yes.
delivery?
So, so the way we do matching for users and for drivers is we show the orders, or we provide the order to the closest possible drivers. Like I
Okay.
said, we want to keep things fast and simple, right? So the only way to do that is to to give the order to the driver that is nearest. And with that, if let's say all the drivers within the first say 1 kilometer are engaged, it slowly moves outwards to make sure that at least the closest driver is still the one that will be able to service you. We also have varying additional services that are not available for all the drivers that we have. Currently, we have close to 20,000 drivers in our network, but not
Wow.
all 20,000 drivers will be able to see certain services such as cash handling. So we do COD.
Okay.
Right? But for COD services, that would entail a certain level of training, a certain level of experience. So, which means that even though we have thousands and thousands of drivers, we limit certain, certain services that are either technical or sensitive to a pool that is trained to assure the safety and, of course, the guarantee that the deliveries will be fulfilled as we promised.
So that's very interesting because you're very critical in somehow filtering the specific skill, capability, level of trust with the driver. So how do you do this? Do you have a very specific or stringent mechanism where you filter who the drivers are, what their background is? How do you screen the drivers? Who can be your driver partners?
Yeah. So I guess it's not so much the background with respect to education or anything like that. It's
Okay.
more of the background of whether or not, let's say you have an NBI clearance. That's
Okay.
a non-negotiable, a mandatory requirement for us. All of our riders, all of our drivers will need to have an NBI clearance. At the
Okay.
same time, they have to undergo orientation, after which they have to pass an exam to make sure that we're all on the same page about what we want to do here in Lala Move.
Yes.
Right? Afterwards, after they start taking their orders, the best way for us to be able to measure them is through the feedback that the clients give. That can be in the form of an email saying, "I commend your driver, Adrian Neri, for an amazing service," right? Or it could just be through the star ratings that they give our drivers.
I see.
The communication lines between users and Lala Move and drivers are always very open to make sure that we still uphold the standards by which we say Lala Move is all about.
Okay, and that's very interesting. Before we go into a break, I have another question. So, during one of your launch, your contract signing with another motorcycle brand, which I was able to cover, you said there are already about 20,000 motorcycles and driver partners that
Yes.
you have. How is it now growing, and what's your strategy to ensure that this partnership and the provision of entrepreneurial opportunities for drivers are given?
Well, for us, it's always a balance of supply and demand, right? Supply in the form of the number of partner drivers that we have available for users, and demand in making sure that we are always relevant for users and business
That's right.
users.
That's right.
With that, the growth of Lala Move has been unbelievably, and it's been great. It has been very fast over the past 2 years. I think when we first met in September, we had maybe 12,000
Yeah,
drivers.
yeah, I
And now we are
remember you said
closing.
that.
We're closing 20,000. We keep
Wow.
overshooting all the goals and all the targets that we've set forth for ourselves. But it's not just on acquisition of partners or partner drivers, right? We have to make sure that there are users that are able to service, Otherwise, they'll jump ship. So for us, it's really making sure that we balance it out. So right now, on both fronts, we're growing very aggressively on the partner driver side, but we're growing even more aggressively on the user side because Lala Move is now, thankfully, a household name here. So now a lot of people just want the service. Actually, our challenge now is getting even more partner drivers because there are just really way too many users that want to use our service.
Some of your competitors may be listening now, but how did you do this 12,000 partner drivers to 20,000 now? Can you share any the secrets, or what strategies have you done to ensure that you continue to service your customers and your partner drivers as well?
When we first met in September, we met during an event that was geared towards providing opportunities for partner drivers, to
Yes.
give them opportunities to open up doors for them to get certain benefits that they wouldn't get elsewhere. In that case, during that time, it was the partnership with Ropali that allows Lala Move partner drivers to avail of motorcycle financing, additional discounts, and a lot more benefits just because they're part of Lala Move. Now, with that said, we apply that kind of mindset, that kind of strategy with every single thing that we do in Lala Move, which is always geared towards taking care of our partner drivers. Because we acknowledge, and I say this time and time again, maybe I should stop saying it because all our competitors will now know that this is how we do things. But I will always maintain this. Our core business, the core of our business, are our drivers. Without them, if we don't take care of them, we will not have great people that will service the customers that need deliveries. And everyone needs deliveries, but the consumer demands on the standards of how delivery should be done continue to grow, continue to go up, right? But if you have a group of people in the form of Lala Move partner drivers that are satisfied with their lives, then the service that they will provide will also translate to that.
Perfect. More about customer demands when Open for Business returns. Stick with us.
This portion is brought to you by Lala Move. Deliver faster. This portion is brought to you by
Dan, so you were telling me about customer demands, which you are able to serve, and they're very happy. And you said that's really the core of Lala Move, to be able to make them satisfied, both your customers and partner drivers. So far, how do you make them happy, and what are their customer demands in the first place?
Let's start with the partner drivers.
Okay.
Right? For partner drivers, we provide them opportunities to earn more than what they normally get. I mentioned that earlier.
Okay.
But on top of that, it's not just about the money for Lala Move, nor
Okay.
is it for the drivers. What we want to do is to be able to foster and create an environment where the buck doesn't stop at, I got 1,000 pesos today, I'll go home and I don't care anymore. For them, they earn more, but they're also able to get benefits from Lala Move in the form of, let's say, the Ropali partnership. We also have a nice partnership with Petron, where they get fuel discounts. You also have, we're about to announce this soon, but we have a lot of new partnerships in line, but we just closed a partnership as well with Isuzu, so that if, let's say, you are a driver that has already earned a certain level of income and now you have money to spare and you want to upgrade, right? You can actually get an Isuzu vehicle at a discount with good financing terms just because you are a Lala Move partner driver. We also have a partnership with Vivo that let's say, it's not anymore about business per se, but I want to buy my my husband a phone. If I'm a Lalamove partner driver, I can just go on the Vivo Memo Express website, input my my name, just make sure that I'm able to prove to show proof that I'm a Lalamove partner driver, and I get a percentage. I think it's around somewhere between 5 to 15%.
So it's really beyond just providing or being a partner in a motorcycle or in your vehicle.
Exactly.
You are giving them more than
We're
what
giving
they
them
expect.
opportunities that even
Yes.
through employment, some people don't even get.
Yes.
Right? So these are things that we want to make sure the drivers are able to avail of. To make sure that they're happy, they're fulfilled, and they're satisfied. Because, like I said earlier, right, you can earn so much on a day-to-day basis, but you always aspire to make sure that you get more, right? It could be in the form of, something as simple as discounts to my fuel because it's necessary.
Yes, correct.
Something as
Especially now that fuel prices continue to rise.
exactly. Something also as just something, a gift to my loved one. That's also very important for them, because then it makes them feel empowered that I am actually doing something that elevates my life. And through this, my lifestyle, my family's lifestyle is also elevated. And we're very happy to have been able to do that for the drivers. Now, the other side, for the users, and the business users, on the other hand, the way we are able to make sure that we address their needs is by constantly iterating the services that we provide them. When we first launched in 2016, we started by providing services through motorcycle deliveries.
Okay.
Right? Not a lot of players in the country were able to do that. So we grew Lalamove with that. But we also realized, and we also acknowledged that we should never stop improving. So we started launching four-wheel vehicles in the form of SUVs, vans, L300s. And now we're already at the stage where we have launched 2-ton trucks for clients. We've launched, interesting services such as providing insulated bags for clients, providing services that we call the service that we call pabili service, where if you want something to be bought for you because you don't have the time to go out and buy it yourself, our partner drivers can do that for you. So they'll pay for it, they'll bring it to you, you reimburse them, you pay for the fare. And it makes things so much simpler for everyone. But like I said, it should never stop there. We're constantly looking for new things to offer to make sure that we continue to be relevant.
Wow, that's very interesting. But what are your sources of inspiration? So, do you do market research on this, on what the consumer wants, or is there a structured market research or a study that you do to be able to add value to what you provide?
Given that Lalamove is an international company, all of these typical ways to do market research are already in place. But for us, the best way for us to continue to get to know our clients, both users and drivers, is to really engage. So we are always in constant communication with our drivers. We always have a nice feedback. A nice area by which they can provide feedback to us, and at the same time, for our users and our business users, we actually have account managers that constantly engage with them to see how are we doing, how else can we do better for you, what else can we do to improve, how can we make you happier, what other unaddressed need have we not been able to fulfill, and when do you need it. Having that constant communication with them allows us to be able to continue to grow and to iterate.
Wow, interesting. Also, I remember that when I first talked with you months ago, you mentioned that the competitive edge of Lalamove is that name a vehicle you will want and we have it. Do you still maintain that competitive edge?
Of course, we are the only provider in the country that we are the only platform that provides motorcycles, SUVs, vans, L300s, light trucks. All the other players in the market provide, let's say, just trucks, just motorcycles, just SUVs. But for us, all you have to do is go to download our app, and you'll be able to see and choose which one you need today. For all you know, today you need the motorcycle, tomorrow you need the truck. You can just use Lalamove for that.
Wow, that's very interesting. Now, in a very short period of time, you did a lot of accomplishments, and as you mentioned, it has become a byword. I remember in my personal experience, one of my office mates, left the key in his condo. So what he did was, someone called the owner of the condo to Lala move the key.
Yes.
So. And that was done in a few minutes. Instead of really worrying a lot, you have to Lala move it. So, what so far are the best reactions that you get from both your customers and your partner drivers?
Just the other day I was speaking with one of our partner drivers. Her name is Cecil Taguba. This was in one of those times where we just try to get feedback, right? So one of the questions that we asked her was, what was your best experience in Lala Move?
Mm-hmm.
And she said that one of the best things that she was able to get out of it was for her to send two of her. She doesn't have a she's not married,
Mm-hmm.
so she helps out her family.
Okay.
Right? She was able to send two people through university, help them finish. And now that they're done, they're married, they have a family. And now all she has to do is take care of her father.
Mm-hmm.
And since it's just them, she's able to actually spoil him. Because now, because of the opportunities for her to earn and to provide for them her attention, she has the time, and she has the money to spend with her dad. And that, whenever we have discussions like that, it's very, very fulfilling for us. Now, for the users, on the other hand, we have we have one of our I wouldn't say favorite because people will think we play favorites.
Okay.
One of the clients that we had from last year, they're called Kitos of Manila.
Okay.
They started with us when they were just doing maybe 5-10 deliveries per day. It's a package, a subscription meal provider where you pay for the week, you get breakfast,
Okay.
lunch, dinner, right?
Okay.
So they started with maybe 10-20 customers a day, and now they do somewhere between 300 to 500
Wow,
in a day. And
day.
for us as well, it's very fulfilling to see that we've been able to help them grow to that scale.
Yes.
Because they were just able to focus on their business, which is to provide the best meals out there.
Correct.
Instead of worrying about, oh my gosh, will I have a driver
Logistics,
tomorrow?
delivery, correct.
I used to have 10, now I have 40. What will I do? We took care of all of that for them.
Wow, that's very interesting. Now, what else are your plans? I know that you keep doing these iterations. You keep giving more value
Yeah.
to your services. So, what's in terms of projections? So. Of course, again, your competitors may be listening now, but they are anticipating your next move. So what's
Yes.
next for Lala Move?
Well, we just opened in Cebu in October. So for the next few months, we will be focusing on making sure that we grow Cebu in the right way, which is to grow it similarly to how we did it in Manila, by focusing on the drivers, by making sure that we address the needs of the users out there. Cebu and Manila, while they have similarities, are quite different in some ways as well.
That's exactly my question. So now that you go into different localities, they have special characteristics, traits.
Yes.
So are you looking into that as well? So
Of course. I mean, when we say that we always try to engage with our clients, we don't just say it. We actually do it. So for me, even though I'm based in Manila, I go to Cebu at least twice a month to be able to see if we're doing the right things there. But at the same time, we also have a dedicated Cebu team that will be able to see whether or not see how else we can adapt into the market. So it's not just about us coming in there and saying everyone we're in Cebu will follow whatever Manila is doing. It doesn't work that way. We want to make sure that when we run the business in Cebu, we do it in the way that Cebuanos will love us the way the Manila market has also loved us. Right?
So far, I think I failed to ask earlier, what types of businesses use Lala Move? What sectors? Of course, you mentioned about deliveries. The key, one of your favorite clients. You know, what other industries are using Lala Move?
I mentioned earlier that we have an insulated. So majority of our users are related to food. Now, these food companies are not just for the typical, I order from your restaurant, you deliver the food to me. We service that. But
Okay.
at the same time, we also service commissary to branch deliveries. So it's truly end to end. You haven't even cooked your food, the raw materials will deliver to your restaurant. After you cook everything, we'll deliver it to your clients. That's one side. We also have we also have clients rather on the manufacturing industry. We also have clients on the retail industry. The type of clientele that we have, while we see certain trends, we can't say that we only service one, and that is our specialty, because everyone needs deliveries, right? So basically, the group of businesses that we service cuts across all types of industries.
You know, that's very interesting. And another, I think, opportunity that we are looking at is the worsening of traffic. So for others, it's a huge problem, but to you, it's an opportunity. So how are you taking this?
Well, you know, our mission is to make things fast and simple for people, right? So given that the traffic is worsening and will continue to worsen, and also fuel prices are going up, the demand for this type of service also continues to grow faster. Now with that, what Lala Move is trying to continue to maintain is the availability of the drivers, so that their needs are serviced. I said earlier that we've been growing our group of partner drivers very, very fast, but at the same time, the demand for Lala Move is actually growing even faster. So right now, we want to make sure that we are able to service that demand and that need for services. Because really, do you want to drive all the way from Quezon City to Makati just because you forgot your
Yes,
keys?
that's right.
Right?
Oh, well said. Before we say goodbye to Miss Dannah, I'd like to ask her to address your current customers and partner drivers. What's your message to the growing partnerships with them, not only with the users of Lala Move, but also to your partner drivers?
Well, first off, we're very, very grateful for you guys being there for us for the past 2 years. It's our second anniversary this month, and we are very happy with all the accomplishments and all the services that we've been able to provide all the partner drivers and all the users and business users out there. We will continue to do our best to make sure that you get the service that you truly deserve. Now, for those that want to be partner drivers of Lala Move, all you have to do is download the Lala Move driver app, and upload all the requirements, wait for us to contact you, attend our orientation, and you are set up to start earning more. Now, for the business users or the consumers that want anything delivered anytime, our app is available 24/7. You can just go to web.lalamove.com if you want to do it on desktop, but if you want to download the app, just download it on the App Store or the Google Play Store. That's it.
That's it.
Thank you.
Perfect. We'll all Lala Move it.
Yes.
Open for business. We'll be back. Stay with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.